All right, so Ranma one half, episode three, because there's someone
Ranma.
he likes. Ranma. Sorry, I'm not gonna say his name right. At this point, it is ingrained in my head that his name is Ranma. So sorry. And no, you
That
know what? No one has
that there
corrected me.
Ranma.
Nobody has corrected me in the comments on each of the other video. I know somebody will now to be a smartass, but nobody has corrected me yet.
Do it. Do it for me.
But
Correct it for me.
yeah, I know you wrote a lot more notes than I did about this episode. I was kind of going off of vibes.
Yeah, I
Um,
was
I,
click
I
clacking
thought
away.
I thought that the first part of this episode was hilarious. I love Rainma having nightmares about Kanu. I think that is
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
I thought that was really funny that he's just like scared to go to school to be like, oh, this dumb fuck's this dumb fuck's gonna hit on me.
Which is even more funny because Akemi literally goes to school and fights off men constantly. So the fact that one guy falls in love with Rainma and he's like having nightmares about it is so fucking
So
funny to me.
funny.
Uh, I also want to just say I don't have this in my notes, but I love the intro to the show. So it's so nice. It's just
Me too. It's really cute.
I love the animation. I don't know, it's just fun. Just a fun listen. I'll listen to it every. There's been a lot of good intros this year, I feel like. Besides Dragon Ball, there's been a lot of good intros this year for anime.
Besides besides Dragon
Besides,
Ball,
besides Dragon Ball
unfortunately.
Daima. Boo, Dragon Ball Daima. Uh, yeah, so I am interested in seeing if they change any of the intro animation. I've noticed that's been a common theme in a lot of different animes too, so maybe they'll change that as we go
Mhm.
on. We're only in episode three. I know like episode nine just dropped of it, but who gives a fuck? I don't. Speaking of like, it's not. I know the first like reaction video I made of this was who's watching this show, but like, I decided to do a little bit of research into who's watching this show,
You wanted to
and
answer your own
yeah,
question.
I
Good
did.
on you.
Yeah, because I was like, why is this a thing? Like, why is there a remake of a show that was from the 80s, early 90s? I don't remember. I don't know when it came out. I forget what exactly the date was, but I think it was in the 90s. Why are they remaking a show? So apparently the original run of the show never finished.
Hmm.
So I guess this was in a way to try and finish that show. But like, what makes the show so popular? It's only ranked like if you're looking at Manga Reader or like Manga Ranker, it's not even in the top 100. Like,
Hmm.
it is a popular show, and the fact that people look it up. There's not really many
Hmm.
merch things of it, and maybe and in the 90s it was different because the Western people here in the United States weren't about anime the same way they are now. Like you had to go jump through a
Yeah,
bunch
not
of
to
like
the fullest
hoops.
extent. Because
Well,
I
it
know
wasn't
that
even
like
close.
there was like I mean like you still had like some anime like Speed Racer, Astro Boy, or like I know there's some like girly pop ones. Like there's Sailor Moon, and then there's other like girly pop ones that I don't know the
Yeah.
names of. Because I know that a lot of them were popular in like Mexico, specifically if we're talking like about the full like West. Like some of them were really popular in Mexico.
Well,
Um
let me tell you for real. So this is what really happened here.
Sorry,
Dragon
my
Ball.
bad. Yeah, there's also
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball. Yeah.
Dragon Ball
Dragon
Z.
Ball's another one. Like it's very, very popular in Mexico to this day. So like um there was like some influence, but like to like Aiden your point, like yeah, it wasn't as popular as it is today, or like as like fully accessible as it is to this day. Cause it was just like kind of like run here and there, like anime
Well, it was
at
seen
that
as
time.
porn. Let's be honest. It was seen as porn. Like back in like the 90s, everyone threw a bunch of forum posts about like people why it was seen like if you watched anime, like I'm talking like if you were watching like Inuyasha or you were watching
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, Sailor Moon back then, like it was you were a fucking nerd. You know, like you were seen as it had a really bad connotation. You know, now it's like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's watching anime. It's so cool.
Or like if it wasn't porn, it was strictly like children's television, like i.e.
Right.
Astro Boy or
Yeah.
Speed Racer, you know, like it was strictly for like young children.
Yeah. So my point in bringing all this up is that like it's random that this show, which was I've seen a bunch of scenes on this Reddit forum that I was reading that was like, man, this show is fucking bad. Like this show is bad. Like there was a lot of like pervy shit. Like this show was fucking. And I didn't read the manga.
Well,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of pervy shit now, and they had to like dance around a lot of it. And I think they're doing a good job of
yeah.
tiptoeing. But
Mm-hmm.
like the original show scenes that I saw were like insane. They were insane. There's a lot of groping. There's a lot of groping. There's a lot of old man. And we're not we're just finishing this episode 3, but like, the girl or the guy that Kemi, Doctor what's his name? Doctor
I haven't gotten his name
Doctor
down
Tofu.
here.
His Doctor Tofu. His name's Doctor Tofu.
Okay.
And Dr. Tofu, wow, I just pulled that off the fucking dome. Dr.
I'm proud of
Tofu
you.
is actually like 45.
I figured he was an older gentleman. I have it
Yeah.
down that like I have a note here that's like saying like I forgot she has a thing for the doctor and like that's
Yeah.
kind of
There's a
creepy.
really weird scene in the begin like the Reddit thing that I saw that like she's trying to get with him and when she talks about, "Oh, I guess I'm not a woman." There's some really fucked up scenes in the beginning one that is like Jesus fucking Christ. So, my point being is that a show like this, I guess, was loved by a lot of people, and
It's a
I just
different
think,
like time, you know.
yeah, and I get that. It's not me because I mean I watch Dragon Ball, so believe me, there are some fucked up things that
Yeah, no,
Roshi
I get
does.
you 100%. Yeah, I get you.
Um, it's just like odd that they would choose, but this doesn't have the same name power as like if they were to remake Dragon Ball, you know? Like it's just kind of random. So that's just my point. I wanted to look it up why, and I
Mhm.
still don't have a reason why. I guess some people like it. It just
It's a
seems.
cult classic, I
I
guess.
guess I don't know. I just still don't know. It's just there's not really a lot of answers to why this was a remade show besides the fact that like some executive at Netflix was like, I like this. That's my best guess. Somebody literally was like, why not? Okay. Like, I don't know. I guess that's how a lot of things are made. But yeah, anyway, that's my answer to why not. But back to the episode review of Ranma.
There's a lot of to say
Uh,
that we're tiptoeing around some stuff is an understatement.
yeah, yeah. Let me get to the thing they weren't tiptoeing around. What the fuck is Nabaki taking pictures of Ranma sleeping
Yeah. Yeah,
and
or like
selling them?
yeah, that was I have in all caps her sister is selling Ranma sleeping pics, selling Akane's
Crazy,
pics. That's
crazy.
crazy. Like, can you like imagine like your sister or like your
No,
sibling doing that to you? That's and then and fucking Naoki's like later on in the episode when she's confronted about it, she's just like, I just wanted to make a little quick dollar. Hee hee hee. Like that's crazy.
get a job.
Yeah.
Just
Go babysit.
go, go. I don't know. Go.
like
Apparently, everybody has
like a
water
child your
that they're
age.
throwing outside. I mean, go.
Go.
Everyone has water. Apparently, there's an uptake in throwing water outside. So maybe get a job at throwing water outside. I don't know. Tea making. I don't know. Go walk a dog. Don't take pictures of your
Yeah, I'm like
sister.
go babysit. Go walk a dog. Go get a job at an ice cream shop.
Or
Just
or or just don't take pictures of your sister or the guy that randomly moved into your house about two
that
days
turns
ago.
into a woman occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah, or just
A
don't
girl,
do
I should
those
say. They
things.
are not
That's
women. These are children.
yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. And she's not only taking these pictures and selling them, she's selling them to the exact dudes that are trying to get with her.
Hmm.
She just sells it to
She knows
Kanu.
her market. You know, she is a businesswoman. She knows the demand. She knows the market. She's
I
a
don't know.
businesswoman.
I don't even know what to say about that. But yeah, so Kanu finds out that that Ranma's a boy, but also
Yeah,
ignores it.
Kanu's a dumb fuck. Like, he's kind of
Kanu is the
stupid.
walking definition of a fucking what's the CTE. He's the walking definition of CTE. He
And
gets
then
angry, he crashes out. Crazy.
and then fucking Nabaki telling Kanu that Ranma, in like an attempt to like try to like get him away from Ranma, says that he owns, in quotes, this is a direct quote from the show, owns the braid girl body and soul. And then like which is a crazy statement to say
Yeah,
first
yeah.
and foremost. And then once Ranma is turned into a girl right in front of him, and Ranma's like, "You see now? You see why you can't like me?" He like right over his head. He's just like, "Oh my
Oh, he
god, you're back. I
crashes
love
out.
you." He's like, "Oh my god."
You know what? Kanu is my favorite character though.
He sees what he wants to see. Ignorance is
Kanu
bliss, I guess.
Kanu is the actual crash out king. I take it all back. Your dog that you just got, his name's Mandu, and he crashes out. He is not the crash out king. Kanu is the crash out king.
Yeah,
He he
Mandu.
is he
Mandu
is
mention.
Mandu mentioned for real. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna let you continue the walkthrough of the episode because that's where my notes end. I stopped,
Yeah.
so I'll let you continue it from there.
Um, for the most part, it's just kind of like, to me, it felt like it was just Ranma kind of dodging Kanu like the whole episode. And you get like some really cute moments between Ranma and Akane here and there. I will say that this is definitely the episode that I felt we got a little bit more into their romance. Um, we also start to see like how Akane starts feeling for the doctor because she's been taking Ranma there after she like beats the shit out of him to go like get him patched up. So like every like interaction that they have, Akane's just like really down bad for this guy, and Ranma notices that, and like he seems not like jealous, but it is making him feel some type of way that like Akane has these like softer feelings and is expressing more of a softer side of herself um towards Dr. Tofu. um and we also find out that I guess I don't know if it's the same way for her older sister, whose name I did not write down. Um, she kind of like visits the doctor, and they like have like a friendship or like a platonic relationship going on, but it's very obvious that at least to Akane, and then we see this later on in the episode that um the doctor has feelings for Akane's older sister, and this in turn makes Akane very upset, you know. And that's kind of where like the cute like scenes with Ranma come in because I have it in my notes here that I really liked Ranma trying to cheer her up and like letting her beat the fuck out of him because he knows that it'll cheer her up. Um, and they like go to like blow off steam like to fight, and in order to kind of like disarm her, he tells her like, "Oh, you have a really cute smile, hee hee hee," and it left such an impression that like she went back to her room and she's like, "Do I?" She's like smiling into the mirror and shit. Like it was pretty cute. All of like the weird semi pervy things that also happened aside.
Yeah, I thought Rama was very cute and showed his
Mm-hmm.
feelings for Kemi a lot in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that aspect of this. I thought they were you're starting to see the chemistry grow between the two of
Mm-hmm.
them. Can we also talk about how great the progressive men who would fight a Kemi every day were like, listen, Queen, we can't fight you anymore because you got a man now. and we
Yeah,
respect that.
in tears, they're like,
they're
we
like,
can't fight you anymore.
they're like respectfully, we will not fight you anymore because you got a
you're
man.
you're betrothed.
That was that might be my favorite bit now, where they're just like, you know what? It's been an honor. Like, that was hilarious. I was just like, what the fuck? Also, the bit of the fucking panda getting, you know what? Funny enough, a panda can get a fucking job as a secretary, but you can't get a job with as a working human. You gotta take pictures of your sister. The bit of the panda being a secretary and picking up the phone and being like,
Like, yeah, that was it's just,
I don't speak.
he
And
holds
then
up
they
a
were like,
sign.
then Ron was like, well, why did you pick up the phone? Like, that will live in my mind for forever now because that is so fucking funny. They have a lot of really funny bits in this. And you know what? I'm
Hmm.
seeing the appeal of why this show would be remade again because I think
Hmm.
that these are really funny bits.
Yeah, when
Um,
it's funny. But when it's like weird,
you're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah, it's in the same, it's not in the weird where it's like, no, I'm used to like this being a Japanese form. This is normal over there. That's not normal here, you know? But like I know we do a lot in America, we do a lot more freedoms. Like we just allow plastic to be inside of our water. We love that apparently. But
Yeah, we have microplastics.
yeah, just
But
floating around and we have Mountain Dew that gives us cancer, but we love it. Um so it's a little bit different here than it is there. My point being is that it's in the same weirdness scale that like in JJK season two, My has or not My has a brother who's 10 years old and like they're just naked in bed
we're
together.
calling CPS on her. Like,
Yeah,
wrap it
what the
up.
fuck? That's what the fuck. You know, so
Jail.
it's the same type of
Jail.
like, you know, that's JJK is one of my favorite shits. Like I gotta talk about that shit all day. But like I will not
Like,
defend shows that have like weird shit like that. And
like,
I'm
don't
not
even
gonna
get me started on Evangelion because Evangelion's
oh
my
yeah.
favorite thing, and like Evangelion is twice as bad, if not like worse than
Yeah,
that.
it's fucking weird shit. So I don't support this type of stuff, you know. And over there, 16 is the age of consent. That is, if you're 16, you're an adult. So, you know, that's just part of the, you know, they're pervy, but they're adults. Yeah, it's still weird, man. It's still weird. You know, as a 27-year-old dude, like it's still I'm not gonna go date an 18-year-old, just tell you that right now. And I'm not gonna look at an 18-year-old. It's kind of weird, but that's just me, you know? People over there like that type of shit, and I guess that's what translates to their content. I don't fucking know.
I know that it's like that is like how it is legally, but I know that there are a lot of women there that are trying to like fight against that. So it you know it's both sides, but
Yeah, well, they also
I
threw
could
out
also
democracy over there
I could
recently. They
also
just,
say the like same thing like here, not to get like super political, but similar things happen here, especially now in this political climate that we are in. But I don't want to say too much about that.
yeah, no, I get you. But yeah, I don't know. Ranma, one half, one and a
Super
half.
funny this episode. Very funny
Ranma,
this
one and a
episode.
half. The deepest the podcast will get on political stances. Who would have thought Ranma would get it out of you?
Yeah.
Who would have thought about anything else? Not Attack on Titan, but Ranma.
Oh boy. Once we start talking about Attack on Titan in depth, then
Yeah,
I'm
it'll
gonna
go
get
there.
I might get pretty political.
It'll go there. All right. Well, if you guys like Ranma, keep like you guys keep watching and you guys comment here and there on the Ranma videos. So you guys are liking the stuff. I don't know. Comment below. While you're down there, leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.